This is the Minnesota State Academy for Park Maintenance, Preservation, and Beautification. The finest institution of its kind, the Academy is where we train the best and the brightest in the field. At the Academy, our students are trained in absolutely every aspect of parks maintenance and beautification. From lawnmower repair,
Try it now.
to sprinkler theory, and even park-specific culinary arts. Now that's a good-looking wiener. Every year, thousands apply with the aim of being accepted into the program, with the hopes of graduating and joining the ranks of the Academy's celebrated alumni, such as Raymond Malowacki, the first person ever to introduce the concept of team-based lawn mowing, or the great Philip Edward Hammond, inventor of the ditch. True heroes indeed. But perhaps we're getting ahead of ourselves, aren't we? Before you, the viewer, can even start dreaming of reaching the heights of these great alumni, I think it's best we start with a refresher on the basics. This film is designed to give you all the rain garden information you need in order to keep those gardens looking great and working properly. But what exactly is a rain garden? Well, a rain garden is a shallow depression in the ground, planted with hardy, deep-rooted vegetation. It's meant to capture and filter stormwater. Water from streets and driveways flow into rain gardens and is held there briefly, until it's absorbed by the soil. By mimicking natural hydrology and helping the water soak back into the ground, rain gardens reduce pollution and provide a steady supply of clear, cool groundwater to nearby water bodies. Rain gardens are an exceptionally useful tool for preventing stormwater pollution, but they do need to be maintained properly, especially in their early years. Maintenance and regular watering is critical in the first 3 years of any rain garden. These beginning years are very important and are needed to allow the planted vegetation to establish itself. Generally, once a rain garden is mature, less maintenance will be needed. Now, of course, the amount of maintenance required will vary from garden to garden. Annual inspections can be used to determine how frequently maintenance is required. And it goes without saying that it is important for rain gardens, like any other public garden, to be attractive and well-maintained. A messy, weedy garden can often lead to complaints, and complaints are never good when you're in the parks business. How do we maintain those rain gardens? Well, the good news is that rain garden maintenance is not rocket science. It's not. We checked.
No, they're different.
See? The first step in rain garden maintenance is to find yourself a rain garden. Good job, parks maintenance worker! Whoa there, you're not done just yet. Once you find that rain garden, you need to do a visual inspection. So use those eyeballs and take a look around. Can you see any standing water? If so, when was the last time it rained? If there is water, and it hasn't rained in the last 48 hours, that could mean we have a problem. Because as you know, rain gardens are meant to convey and absorb water. So standing water means that something isn't working right, and that further investigation is required. But we can see that that's not a problem here, nice and dry. Now, all that's left to do is go through our simple 5-point checklist. Checklist point number 1, remove that litter. It doesn't take long for trash and litter to clog up a rain garden. So be sure to remove any garbage that has found its way into the area. Checklist point number 2, remove the weeds. How about weeds? Are there many of them hanging around? Are there any invasive species you need to remove? Besides being horribly ugly, weeds compete with rain garden plants for space and nutrients. So it's very important to take them out to ensure a healthy rain garden. Once you're done weeding, always add at least 3 inches of mulch to prevent future weed growth. Checklist point number 3, clean out the sediment. As water drains into a rain garden, sediment can often accumulate at the inlet. Sediment buildup is never good because it restricts water flow into the garden, reducing its efficiency. So if there is sediment, Dig it out and keep the rain garden flowing clean. If possible, try to determine where that sediment is coming from so that you can fix it. Is it from erosion inside the rain garden? Or maybe it's happening upstream. Perhaps it's from a construction site or a similar activity. Whenever possible, it is always best to find the sediment source and address the problem directly. And just like with weeds, always add at least 3 inches of mulch to the cleaned out area. Checklist point number 4, erosion repair. When maintaining your rain garden, you should always be looking for signs of erosion. How about this one? Do you see any erosion? Ooh, that looks bad. Eroded gullies will only spread and get worse with time, so it's important to fill in any eroded areas and provide appropriate erosion control practice, such as an erosion control blanket. This brings us to our 5th and final checklist point. Replant any dead vegetation. Healthy vegetation is absolutely crucial to the effectiveness of a rain garden. So if you see any plants that didn't make it, replace them as necessary. Well, that does it for this rain garden. Great job, parks maintenance worker. So, to review, find your rain garden. Remove any litter. Pick out any weeds. Clean out sediment. Fix any erosion. And replace any dead plants. A well-maintained rain garden is a beautiful thing. They clean the water and provide a gorgeous alternative to traditional stormwater management. Your maintenance work makes our waterways and parks healthier and more beautiful. The citizens of Minnesota would like to thank you. Except maybe for this man. He would like to have his hot dog back. Well, fine viewer, that's the end. But if this film didn't do it for you and you're still hungry for more rain garden information, there's always more on the internet. So get online and check out our MS4 toolkit at www.cleanwatermn.org/MS4toolkit. All the information you could possibly need. Well, that's it for now. So good luck out there and thanks for watching.